May 5th in history. In 1260, at the legendary palace of Xanadu, Mongol nobles gathered to choose their next great Khan, with Kublai Khan as the leading candidate. Kublai Khan was elected Great Khan of the Mongol Empire, claiming dominion over the largest contiguous land empire the world had ever known. Kublai Khan founded China's Yuan dynasty, bridging east and west through trade routes that transformed commerce, culture, and diplomacy for centuries. In 1789, France teetered on the edge of bankruptcy. King Louis XVI summoned the Estates General to Versailles, the first such assembly in 175 years. Over 1,000 delegates packed the Salle des Menus Plaisirs, but the Third Estate, representing 25 million commoners, was denied equal voting power, igniting fury. Within weeks, the deadlock shattered the old order. The Third Estate declared itself a national assembly, sparking the French Revolution and reshaping democracy forever. In 1818, in the ancient city of Trier, Prussia, a child was born into a middle-class family who would reshape the modern world. Karl Marx became a philosopher and economist, co-writing the Communist Manifesto with Friedrich Engels and authoring his masterwork, Das Kapital. Marx's ideas on class struggle and capitalism ignited revolutions worldwide, fundamentally transforming politics, economics, and society for generations. In 1821, on the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, the once mighty Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte lay confined in exile, his health rapidly declining. On May 5th, Napoleon died at age 51, likely from stomach cancer. His final words reportedly invoked France and his beloved army. Napoleon's death ended an era that redrew Europe's borders. His legal code, military tactics, and political legacy continue shaping nations 2 centuries later. In 1862, Mexico faced a French invasion. At Puebla, General Ignacio Zaragoza rallied a small, outnumbered force to defend their homeland. On May 5th, Zaragoza's troops charged the French lines at Puebla. Against all odds, they routed one of the world's most powerful armies. The victory at Puebla became a powerful symbol of Mexican resistance and national pride, celebrated every year as Cinco de Mayo. In 1941, Ethiopia had endured 5 years under Italian occupation. Emperor Haile Selassie, exiled in England, prepared to reclaim his throne. On May 5th, Selassie rode into Addis Ababa amid jubilant crowds, exactly 5 years after the Italians had seized his capital. His return became a symbol of African resistance against colonialism, inspiring independence movements across the continent for decades to come. In 1945, as World War II neared its end, Mauthausen concentration camp in Austria remained one of the last Nazi strongholds of horror. On May 5th, American soldiers of the 11th Armored Division broke through the gates, discovering tens of thousands of emaciated survivors inside. The liberation of Mauthausen became a powerful symbol of justice. Today, a memorial stands where over 90,000 people perished. In 1961, at Cape Canaveral, astronaut Alan Shepard sat strapped inside the tiny Freedom 7 Mercury capsule, ready to answer the Soviet challenge in space. On May 5th, Freedom 7 roared skyward on a pillar of flame. Shepard's 15-minute suborbital flight reached 116 miles above the Earth. Shepard's flight galvanized America. Weeks later, President Kennedy committed the nation to landing on the moon before the decade's end. In 1973, a magnificent chestnut colt named Secretariat arrived at Churchill Downs, Louisville, carrying the hopes of American racing fans everywhere. Secretariat blazed down the homestretch, running each quarter faster than the last, shattering the Kentucky Derby record in 1 minute and 59 seconds. Secretariat's record still stands today. He swept the Triple Crown, becoming a legend and the standard by which all racehorses are measured. In 1980, 6 armed gunmen seized the Iranian embassy in London, taking 26 people hostage. For 6 tense days, the world watched. On May 5th, SAS commandos in black gas masks rappelled down the embassy walls, smashing through windows as flames erupted. Within 17 minutes, 19 hostages were freed. The raid, broadcast live on BBC television, transformed the SAS into legends. It reshaped modern counterterrorism and became Britain's most famous special forces operation. In 2023, the world stood at a crossroads. After 3 grueling years, the COVID-19 pandemic had claimed nearly 7 million lives globally. On May 5th, the World Health Organization officially declared COVID-19 was no longer a public health emergency of international concern. The declaration marked a turning point, but the scars remain. COVID reshaped global health policy and proved pandemics demand unified international response.